This article has been updated to reflect the most recent survey data. Does Donald Trump still have a shot to win the presidency? Over the last 2 weeks, the polls have been looking grim for the Republican nominee, after Trump enjoyed a brief post-convention bounce resulting in a deadlocked national race. Hillary Clinton retook the national lead following the Democratic National Convention and has pulled ahead in most battleground states. As of August 16, Clinton maintains a 6-point national lead by average and has the edge in the key swing states. Clinton, who once held a commanding 11-point lead by average in late March, saw her advantage evaporate over the next few months. Following the Republican National Convention, Trump surged ahead in several polls, capping off a steady climb for the Republican, who had been making gains since March, with dramatic positive movement in mid-May, when he briefly took a narrow lead. Following the Republican National Convention, Trump and Clinton were in a dead heat with 44.3% on July 29. A little over 2 weeks after the DNC concluded, Clinton has pulled ahead by 6.8 points. 16. RCP's general election average shows Clinton leading Trump in a head-to-head matchup, 47.3% to 41.2%, a slight 1-point improvement for Trump from a week ago. Clinton leads in all 6 of RCP's featured polls: Bloomberg, ABC News, WashPost, LA Times, USC, NBC News, Some, Reuters, Ipsos, and Economist, YouGov. The largest lead for Clinton in those polls is 9 points, NBC News, Some, while the closest margin is 1 point, LA Times, USC. Below is a chart showing the dramatic narrowing between the two candidates, which began in late March, with Trump taking a narrow lead in late May, followed by a small surge for Clinton that collapsed in the days following the FBI's report on her private email server, a spike for Trump following the RNC, and, finally, a significant bounce for Clinton since the DNC, which has held for about a week in a 4-candidate race. When the two fringe party candidates, the Libertarian Party's Gary Johnson and the Green Party's Jill Stein, are included, RCP's average as of August 14 gives Clinton a similar lead, 6.2 points, 43.6% to 37.4%. 3 days after the DNC, the race was tied 40.2% to 40.2%. One poll that saw a significant post-convention bounce for Trump was a CNN poll released July 25, which found Trump surging to a 5-point national lead, 44% to 39%, in a 4-way matchup, and a 3-point lead, 48% to 45%, in a head-to-head, a 6-point bounce. Following the Democratic National Convention, Clinton saw an immediate bump in most of the major polls, particularly an early CBS News poll, which found her getting a 4-point bounce and leading by 6 points Sunday. A few days later, essentially all the key polls saw similar or even more sizable spikes for Clinton, including in August. 2 CNN, finding Clinton with a sizable 9-point lead. Both candidates have been polling at higher negatives than any previous 2 presidential frontrunners, which has largely remained consistent even during times when one candidate has experienced positive movement. However, Clinton has made some significant gains on Trump in favorability over the last few weeks. As of August 11, Clinton's favorability by average is -11.3 points, 42.2% favorable to 53.5% unfavorable. Meanwhile, Trump's favorability by average is -28.7 points, 32.8% favorable to 61.5% unfavorable. While national polls and favorability ratings are an important indicator of the overall popularity of candidates, the state-by-state polls are of course what really matters, particularly in the key swing states, Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and battleground states, where the presidency will ultimately be decided. No candidate has won the presidency in the last half-decade without winning 2 of the 3 swing states. Below are recent polling numbers for the 3 key swing states and several other battleground states. Florida as of August 15 in Florida. The average gives Clinton a 4.5-point lead, 46% to 41.5%, in a two-way race. In a four-way race, Clinton leads by 4 points, 44.2% to 40.2%. Trump was ahead in the state by a very slim margin in July. Clinton once held a 7-point lead in the state at the end of April. In Ohio, as of August 7, Clinton holds a 2.6-point lead in a head-to-head by average 45% to 42.4%, about a 2-point bounce since July 24, when she led 42.6% to 41.8%. With 4 candidates, she leads by slightly less, 2.2 points, 41.8% to 39.6%. Pennsylvania. Clinton's biggest lead among the 3 key swing states is in Pennsylvania, where, as of August 7, she holds a commanding 9.2-point lead, 49.2% to 40%, in a head-to-head. About a 5-point bounce for the Democrat, following the DNC. In a 4-way contest, she leads by a similar margin, 8.7 points, 46.2% to 37.5%. Other battleground states. Here are some other battleground states ranked from narrowest to largest leads, numbers based on RCP's averages as of August 17 of the head-to-head surveys. Arizona. Trump plus 0.3, 43.3 to 43. Georgia. Clinton plus 0.3, 43.3 to 43. Iowa. Clinton plus 0.4, 40.8 to 40.4. North Carolina. Clinton plus 2, 45.3 to 43.3. Nevada. Clinton plus 2.3, 43 to 40.7. Missouri. Trump plus 5.3, 44.3 to 39. Michigan. Clinton plus 7.3, 43.3 to 36. New Hampshire. Clinton plus 8.2, 45.5 to 37.3. Wisconsin. Clinton plus 9.4, 46.7 to 37.3. Virginia. Clinton plus 10, 47.5 to 37.5. Colorado. Clinton plus 11, 45.8 to 34.8. This article has been updated to reflect the most recent survey data.